Lord. Having internet difficulties. Like always. What happened? Hey guys! If you want to be on the list, you need to put yourself on the list by exclamation mark list. Where is... Need to go in here. So... What's JP feeling about me? Soulmate. This is your soulmate. Camille says, will Scorpio and I message each other this week? It seems so. It might not be that direct, but yes. Shrey says, what blessing is coming towards you? So it seems like you tend to be a little bit more directed towards something specific, but the Hierophant means that you're wise about it. So it seems like that is the thing. Kayla, it's exclamation mark list. Liz Miss says, okay, I handled everything in the last 5 days. I try to my best to approach my final contact with them in a display of kindness and a message from God. So it seems like you're slightly scared of approaching or going forward in things. There's also a bit that you might not be listening to other people, so take that in mind. But the rest of you, like yourself, seems very grounded, very centered. It's a good one. So Charm says, is he cheating on me? Well, he's keeping his things close to his chest, and he's not deciding a life choice. So there seems to be something that he's not telling you. And he's kind of a little bit selfish at the moment. So I don't think that it might be like cheating so much, but he's definitely selfish. Sasha says, current situation of my future spouse. It seems excitement, but it seems like they're hiding away. So it seems like they're really excited, but they're kind of scared about what's happening in the future. Sasha. Maria says, what is A's feelings towards me? Then I'll do Flamme's. So it seems like A's feelings towards you, Queen of Pentacles and King of Wands. This person's got a lot of energy towards you, but you seem to be very focused on what you're doing. And the Death card means that you guys are transitioning out of that. So it seems like it's going to be more balanced in the future. Flammy says, what karma did I sow with Pisces this lifetime? And how can I release it and not carry it on? Well, the Hangman in reverse means that you're kind of scared of what is going to happen around the corner. You've got to realize that you've got to release this scaredness and step into this place of abundance. So whatever has passed is past, you know. Cookie says, anything about the guy that messaged me? Well, there's excitement. And Queen of Wands. So they're very passionate or very excited about you, Cookie. Stan says, what's coming towards me in this new moon? Thank you. Well, it seems like there is some choices to be made. The Hierophant upright, I would say you're very wise about this. Be careful, there's some illusions in that pile as well. Cosette says, how do people see me and my family? Well, it seems like you are the caregiver of the family, but Ace of Wands, everyone tends to be such a goal seeker, striver, and you seem to be the quiet one. Haley says, any good news coming my way soon? Well, it seems like there's a death card, so you're out of the cycle. The Hermit in reverse means that you're kind of scared about what was going on before. So it seems like you might be still scared of getting out there and doing stuff. I want to ask, please, what's the best solution how to handle my present job, says Jessica. So the King of Swords in reverse means that you've got to be a little bit careful of your boss overall, but the star means like grow yourself. Think about the how the best way of growing yourself, and that's the best choice. So it seems like keep on your self growth and be a little bit worried about that boss, I think. Whoever my twin flame may be, says C Saint, will I meet them? What would they want me to say to them? I know, sorry. Suffering, there's buffering. Is anybody getting buffering? Okay. So, what was it? I was on someone's question. Okay, whoever my twin flame may be, when I meet them, what would they want to say to me? Well, it seems like they're in a certain amount of winter, and they want someone to make them kind of feel better about this kind of winter, do you think? May says, what's coming my way in love? I'm single but interested in a Capricorn male. Well, it seems your heart is healing. Nay. But there seems to be abundance and prosperity, especially in your home coming through. DJ Kiwi says, is there anything SA female wants to say to me? Does she resent me? You guys are very different. So, like, King of Swords in reverse and Queen of Cups upright, you're a very blunt person and you come off too strong, Kiwi. So, you might become, it seems like, more angry or more temperamental, and this person gets slightly stressed about that. So, be a little bit more wary, be more soft. Okay, so Palak says, how will be birthday celebrations this year? So, the hangman, you might be a little bit scared of what's going to happen at your birthday, but do you realize focus on the details, not the bigger picture? So be grateful, Palak, about the people that you have, not the people that you haven't got coming to your birthday. Renee says, does my friend Umamia have romantic feelings? No, they're very not romantic whatsoever. They go through their life without a care in the world. They also don't know what's romantic and what's not, so they tend to flirt. So King says, am I attracting my soulmate or blessing? So it seems like this part of your life is feeling very fragmented, a little bit dramatic right now, but you've got to realize this is because you're getting out of a physical space. You were stuck in. So it seems like you're working towards something. And I think this would be more about the soulmate than anything. Alina says, how is A doing right now? Is he okay? Yeah, he's doing okay. So the cards say work on yourself, but he's fine. Yeah. Aldonia says, general, please. So it seems like you're loved and cared for, but you're supposed to go and learn how to get on a journey. So it might be getting outside your comfort zone and do something that scares you. Hello, Erica. Uh, so I don't know how to say your name. What is my future spouse current energy? Well, Page of Cups. They're really being non-committal, really. They're doing a little bit of self-reflection, but overall they tend to be kind of scared of progressing on in life. Okay, so yes, don't forget to get some water. Baha says, what's his next action towards me? He is my ex. There is this kind of feeling that he still loves and cares for you, even though this kind of has ended. So this person still thing. I dash, we are not doing the, down the list anymore, because I am not going to be able to do it. There's too many people. So if you get skipped, guys, please put your question in it. So Baha, you already did yours. I already did yours. SK says, what do my guides want to tell me? So it seems like you're supposed to be more generous and actually focused towards something. So it seems like you're more you are kind of holding on to your things. So you're counting your pennies instead of actually going out and making more. Pride and Prejudice says, will my brother's SQ will be okay in the long run? So this seems like the heart is healing. They're kind of needing to be more extroverted, but I think they're okay. Asha says, what is a charm? Just the donation, the PayPal donation is how you can pay for a reading. Or you could be part of the Coffee group. That means that you get a reading every month. So Asha says what's coming towards me in the months in July and August. There's ability to actually listen more in July, which will help you a lot more with your relationships. And August seems full of abundance and prosperity. Cassandra says a message from my guide and God. So the moon in reverse, you don't care what other people say, but you're still very focused on what they think about you, even though you don't care. So that's kind of creating a feedback loop. And I would think that you need to be more like spreading your energy a lot more for more blessings to come in. Trey says, what is going to happen in my coming months in my love life? When will I get in a relationship? It seems like you get a lot of choices coming in for relationships. And I think that generally they'll be good. There's some illusionaries, but that's fine. And I think in general, you're chasing the right things in life. So you're doing very well. So I think very soon. Hello, mysterious girl. Dash says, I've changed my question to a simpler one. Do you see me getting current abundance in my current job? I don't feel so. I feel like you chose the safe route, and that's going to make you the same again, I guess. And the Page of Wands in reverse, you're not as adventurous, Dash, that you need to do that. Astra says, should I reach out to my family again or step back? There's a lot of kind of self-reflection, and there's a lot of enthusiasm. I think your family tends to be more enthusiastic than you overall. And you might just have to keep reaching out to them, but like slowly, you know. Okay, so Nay says, what's coming in way in love? I'm single but interested in a Capricorn male. So Page of Cups, there's a lot of self-reflection for you involved, and the cycle. So it seems like what's ever holding you back from love is going to be over soon. So I feel like you're going to be, if you really like this person, you'll be pushed that way more than anything else. Haley says, general reading, please. So it seems like you're actually going on a path, which is great, Haley. You're very directional and no distractions. You just keep on going. But I think that in general, you might not be enjoying your life as much. So the distractions that are coming in would be great. So Ten in the Wild says, does my sister appreciate the candle I burn? She doesn't always like the scent of the candle, but she likes the whole idea that you wanted to give it to her. And she's very happy that you have. The Nine of Swords in verse. Sometimes you kind of forget it or leave it too late, so it's not burning all the time. Like there's kind of a forgetting of it, but she knows that it's just because of your personality. But sometimes she doesn't always like the scent that you choose for her, but that's fine. Namarate says, what's my future? So at the moment, a Wheel of Fortune, so you might have to start writing down your goals and planning things out and kind of choosing what you want in life. Because it seems like at the moment you're at a standstill because you haven't really kind of thought where you want to go. So it's always going to be the same thing over and over and over again until you get there. SK says, will I get Apache? So strength in reverse means that you're kind of feeling a little bit weak about this. So I think that the whole idea is you won't get this, but you can work on it. So the cards are saying that while you're waiting for it to be manifested from someone else giving it to you, you really have kind of cut yourself from that question, you know? And you can definitely get it for yourself. You're very welcome, SK. AM says, what does my next job, hello Ruby, look like, and what is my future co-workers like? It seems like you don't tend to get along in a job because, yeah, um you tend to be very, very blunt and very direct. And yeah, this is very good normally, but in a job you have to be more softer, a little bit more nicer, you know. That bit where you tend to be more like, hey, how are you? And then ask instead of being very like, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. That's what usually kind of gives you that bit where people tend to not like you as much, and you just have to work on it. But that's good. Last one says advice for me moving forward in life. Page of Cups and Queen of Cups. So this is all emotional. So you need to be more understanding of your feelings, understanding of your emotions, and regulate them sometimes. Like question what you feel before you feel it, kind of thing, where you kind of sit with emotion before you respond to it. But overall, I feel you getting more comfortable and getting yourself more invested in these things. Hello, Sukanya. How are you? Victoria says, may I please know if KHC, hello Sagittarius, will contact me and how does he feel towards me? Now, there's kind of things that you're holding to your chest, mostly because you're kind of trying to moderate behavior or trying to not come on so strong. But this person wants to see the real you. They want to see the people, the person inside. So it seems like overall I think this person will contact you very soon, but you need to be more genuine about how you feel. Lovely says, will L and I be happy when I tell him I've never had a boyfriend? There's definitely some imagination there, so this person will be very happy. But it seems like you're also one of their options, so be a little bit careful that they don't have more than one option. But yeah, they'll be very interested overall. Book Fusion says, list what are Alain's feelings towards me? A romance card. So Page of Swords, this person might be a little bit a line, not truthing, mostly because like they might feel like they're not worthy. So sometimes people will lie, but it's because they're not lying. You know, they might just talk themselves up more. And it says soulmate, so this is your soulmate. Sissy says, update on G's feelings or energy towards me, thank you. So the sun in reverse, so hold your happiness, hold your joy to yourself. This can be that you're spending too much happiness on other people, and you should work more about being more happy in yourself. But it seems like this person wants to chase you no matter what. So it seems like they really want to chase you, Sissy. Yeah, yeah. Sure. Charm. But does that would normally happen. So Mysterious Girl, you deleted that twice. Richard says, what are Urish feelings for me? There's this kind of connection between you guys. There's a lot of like history that you guys share. Maybe not history, but you both know how each other has gone through life. So there's a lot of things that connect you, whether it's background, whether it's culture, whether it's religion, there's a lot there. Ace of Swords, this person would like you to be kind of slightly less blunt about things, so therefore to be more, sometimes just be a little bit more relaxed. So Hannah says, hello, how are you? Please take my question. Will Sabdani marry me? This is my second marriage. Please pray. So honestly, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It seems like you guys need to work out a lot more about this plan instead of expecting like the universe to always do this. Marriage does take work, and so sometimes you need to be both on the same plan. But it seems like you're called to question the good things and hold them close to your heart. So sometimes when we've been with someone for so long, we tend to forget all the good things that you're doing. Thank you, Charm. I am Coco. Sorry. I can't. There's too many people, so I have to go with a lucky dip. Sorry, Coco. JET's next general read, please. So Ace of Swords. So yeah, there seems to be this bluntness coming up for you, and Knight of Cups. So it might be that you're actually in a space where you've been very much thinking about where you are in your headspace, and now you've come out of it. You can see how you affect other people, and so therefore you need to work more with your words. Probably even tonal range to get what you want. So let me double check, because um because yeah. Pink Light says, how are my parents doing, mom and dad? Give me a second. How your mom and dad are going very well, Pink Light. The High Priestess. They might be getting a little bit old, and so therefore when you get older, there's not as much like imagination that goes into the relationship. And before you go, ew, what? Like, my parents are supposed to be old, and they're not supposed to have fun anymore, you know? It might be. If you did do coffee, I will get to your readings later. So yeah, but they look very good, very happy together, but not as much imagination anymore, Pink Light. So Hannah, I already did yours. Jade, you're very welcome. JUT. Okay, so what is Aries A not texting me? They feel very scared about like meeting up or catching up or something. They really like you, and this is probably why that anxiety comes from, is that fear of not being good enough, not equating to your kind of how would I say, like they prejudge what you're judging them on, you know? So Loso says, should I move back to Dallas to my family in August or stay in Houston? Okay, so stay in Houston. I think the whole idea is that there's a lot of stuff here. If you move back, you need to plan more. You need to work on that. You need to be also defining what you're moving back for. There's excitement though, so you miss your home. But the thing is, if you're in Houston, you're going to get mentally stuck. There's a mentally conflicting path here, because it feels like you won't feel like a good person by living still in Houston. The Empress in reverse, though, and you don't have the creativity. There's the creativity block. If the creativity was upright, I would say that this would clear and move on, you know, because you're not seeing like your future there at the moment, and you need to work on like getting yourself in that creative idea space. So you can move back, but you need to plan how much time you spend there. Okay, so mysterious girl, it's me, Mudra. Mudra? Mudra? Like Mudra? Okay, his name's Mong A Tin. What is current feelings for me? He is kind of judging what other people say about you, but at the same time, he's giving chase. He actually wants this adventure with you. So it feels like that's a good thing. John says, how can I come up with this money for my place? It seems like someone else can help you. The lovers upright means this person's bond is very strong with you. There's also like like emotions come into play with this. And the whole idea is the emotions are creating this block, and it's probably like this feeling of anxiousness, and you need to work, like ask this person to see how that it goes, because I feel like this person will help you out at the moment. Virgo Star says, what are Sea Aries true feelings for me? Okay, so Page of Wands and Emperor. This person's like personality is kind of dramatic at the moment. I feel like they tend to take on quite a dramatic tone. They're also not kind of chasing, so this person might be one of those people that's like a pick me person. Not to say bad things, but they might just not put the effort in and expect other people to, you know, reciprocate. Um, B says, please, a general reading on my growth. So, Sun and the Moon, you might be listening too much to other people still. The Sun in reverse means that you actually have understood a lot about your own kind of happiness, how to make yourself more happy. So, I feel like that's coming through very, very strongly. So what does the Virgo feel about me? Says Jerubi. It seems like very positive. This is like Two of Cups. So this is a very practical soulmate card. So this is like, oh yes, I would like to share my life with you. Nine of Cups, they're starting to get out of their headspace. So they really want to connect with you. Jade says, what is Aries' true intentions towards me now? Well, you still have Two of Cups. The Sun in reverse means that you need to work on your own happiness and your own joy. This will make you glow, you know, like we love when people are happy. They just glow and they have so much radiance. Watching YouTube says, you're very welcome, Ruby. Where did my mouse go? I lost that question. Where did my mouse go? Okay. What does Miso A want to say to me? So this seems to be focus on the present, not on the future, and be more in control, moderate your emotions a little bit more. But you're a very caring, a very loving person. Okay, so Lauren says, does A still love me like I love him? You're very welcome, guys. Um, it's hard because he's in a headspace that might be very hard to love him right now. Knight of Wands, maybe he's kind of doing a test because he wants you to chase, wants to make sure that you love him. So it kind of feels like that, Lauren, where you have to like put in that kind of love, but do realize that he's being quite selfish. So Maria says, if I let go of the thought about him, what's the result for us? We're in no contact. It seems like there's more options opening up for you both. Ace of Wands, as soon as options come up and we see someone moving on, we tend to be more in that mind space of like, hey, we're going to let that person go. And we want them back. Someone wanted a pendulum question. Okay, so I'm going to double check. If anybody goes through coffee tonight, yes. So what were your questions? Actually, I will ask you because I just got the PayPal. Let me know what your questions were. Thank you, Charm. I did see that. Thank you. What were your questions tonight? Okay, so we just got a pendulum reading. Star says, will me, Aquarius and Sagittarius kiss again in the near future? Yes, a definite yes. It was like, no, it was like teasing you, and then it was like, yes. So it was teasing. Okay, so Alacronit says, when will I get married? Okay, so Tower, so that you're building up a relationship at the moment. It seems like a very good relationship because the Tower means that you're rebuilding that with someone. And you should be like focusing more not on love but money. So it seems like this is time for you to focus your effort on money, and love will come while you're focusing on money, because it feels a very weird thing, but usually these things work where you don't worry about it so much and then it just helps. So Charm, what was your question? Lumia Light says, what is my soulmate Frenchie like and not like about me? Your soulmate Frenchie likes that you're too over enthusiastic and do everything at once. They don't like is that you tend to have like a direction in life and they can't like persuade you to do anything different. It's just the life. So Zucchini says, does Oma Libra still love me? So, yes, they still love you, but that cycle of their life is over. So they still love you, but they do realize that some of the relationship they had with you has passed. Hey dear, of course. Can I have a reading about my relationship with food? I would like a healthier one. Your heart is healing with food. So there's something about food that's caused your heartbreak in past. There's kind of controlling actions. You control this relationship with food very strongly. I feel like, dressed up in leathers with a whip, like forcing food to do what you want, which is not a good way. It's not healthy. You need to relax and let it go. It's also following, not focusing on love, but focusing on the money. So it seems like overall there's like 3 stages to this food. And you've got to realize that you have to heal it first, and then you have to not control it, and then you have to focus on the money aspect. So let's say in the future, if you had food related issues, you've caused them now in the present. So sometimes you've got to think, okay, how much does this cost later? Curti, we're just going down because unfortunately I can't answer everyone, like, because we get to a point that we have hours and hours of built up questions. So do just put in your questions. Um, Charm, do you want me? You like the stuff you eat? Well, what else do you do but eat food? Okay. So hi, Karen. Can I? Jaden says, "What is my Capricorn's Caden's true feelings and intentions towards me? I'm Aries." Well, this person's going through a little bit of self-reflection. They still don't want a family, Jaden, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to want one in the future. But sometimes that means that that's the case. Really, like sometimes when we don't want kids, it's just because that's to say things, you know. Um, hello, what's it? Twisted Fate. Is there any love relationships coming towards me in the future? So, the finances in Korea, the financial issues are a factor in your love right now. There's a new love coming in, and keep an open mind. This soulmate may differ from your usual types and expectations. So, do think of that. Stacy says, does the Aquarius want me to stop it coming on too strong? No, they do like your strengths, Stacy. How would the people at 4821 feel when they receive the gifts? Says Cancer. They might keep them to themselves, really. They're not sharing type of people, so when they get gifts, they hold on to them. In Temperance, they might wonder what you want in return. It seems like they don't get gifts a lot. Yes, of course, Karen. You're very welcome, Josephine. Okay, so Starry Night says, will Kay be able to remove and attachments from me? So Knight of Swords, it's kind of a bit where you're misdirecting your energy when it comes to this. I don't know why. I think you're not really focusing on the main issue at hand. And secondly, you don't realize how powerful you are. You're a very strong person. um, Star, I already said yes. The pendulum came out for you before. No one else has had a pendulum reading tonight. Charm, let me know if you want your questions done on here, or I'll send you or your messages later. Okay, so your hermit. So who was it? Spare email says, will I get to fly to London to see a comedy show in October? My last travel plans were cancelled in March. Could I get someone to come with me? Thanks. I think the whole idea is there's something about mood and fear. So it might be that you kind of are getting a little bit more triggered here. And so therefore all I'm feeling is kind of this fear and this kind of emotion. So I think if you're very proactive about it by email and you kind of get out of your shell of like feeling very emotionally like angry that you couldn't go and that's fear, then you can focus on what you can do now. And I think that you will definitely get this the second time around if you focus on what you can do and what you can not. Oh, when? Uh, oh, sorry. I did know that. Okay. Yep. Charm, just message me back through PayPal and I will send those tonight. So Hadia Hadia says, how does Sharp or look or things about me? So the sun in reverse means that this person sees your happiness and can see that very clearly. They enjoy or admire that you're very um kind of focused or on the future, very happy overall. And Ace of Cups, like they have a slight crush on you. Now this could be a friendship crush or this could be a crush overall, but they definitely think the world of you. Angel on Fire says, how are you? New here. May I ask who's coming towards me romantically? So you have a love offer coming in for you, and you have to be a little bit more discerning when it comes to love overall. So you can choose to turn them down if they don't fit. It says very, very soon. Clearly decide what you want, so it comes to you now, which is definitely that card there. So I hope that helped you. Thank you, Charm. I definitely appreciate that. You are very, very nice, Charm. Thank you. Okay, so Anna says, is it going to be beneficial for me to do the engineering master? Anna, you're smart. So this seems like, you've got some kind of person in the background. I don't know whether it's your dad that doesn't want you to do this, and they won't listen to you overall why you need to do this. But there's someone that will. So there's someone else that'll be an advocate for you. Whether this is a teacher or someone that comes in and speaks on your behalf, I definitely would say I would find this person, King of Wands, to speak on your behalf. So I don't think the cards have said anything about you not being competent or not being proficient enough to do it. I just can see someone that's in your family dissenting, which feels like your dad. Sophie says, what's coming towards me at work? Okay, so it's excitement, but also a little bit of mental struggle. So I think maybe there's some projects there that you're really happy about, but not. There is also so many things. So let's go quickly through them all. So there's a cycle here that will end, that you have to grow yourself. So then you become more like people then judge you better, but then you're physically out of like being in stuckness phase. And I think when that happens, you will choose to move. Spiritual says, So if it's 11:41 here, you'll probably get it in the afternoon. I would say about 3 o'clock because I'll be doing readings until yeah, so 1 o'clock for me in the morning, and then I will do your questions directly afterwards. Um, so spiritual, there might be this bit that you have to realize that it's causing you more pain, that they're not coming back to you than it is them. It seems like you're really spending most of your hours of your day thinking about them. And also, there's this fear based attachment to them, spiritual. And you have to realize that they kind of know what they're doing to you and they still keep on doing it anyway. I'm in Hawaii. Where are you? I live in the UK. Jacqueline says, what are V's vibes like if she was a character in a movie or something? Okay, so Wheel of Fortune and what are V's vibes? She'd be like the analyst, like sorting things out, very smart, doesn't listen to anybody, but still gets herself in trouble because she bites off more than she could chew, kind of thing. Where she's very smart, but she doesn't understand like the situation, walks straight into something. Astra says, list, I'm going to marry MA, no contact. I think so. Like, there's a chance that this could be correct. Yeah, so very soon, clearly decide what you want so it comes to you now. So I think that's up to you. Fatin says, will I make money from my project with Bachir so I could pay my master? You might have to realize that you might not get that much money because you are working very hard and you're close to burnout and you're also really not talking to people that can help you through this. So I think overall, you're working very hard. Your gears are spinning, but you're not talking to the right people. So you need to relax on some things and then bring them up. So Pretty says, what are Avon's intentions towards me? Pretty good. This person's trying to decide what they want, as in how they're going to get what they want. And there's a lot of things here, and some of them are not real. But Ivan's a very good person, Pretty, because anything that he really wants, he keeps. Because he understands the value of them. Hey. So Bobby says, financial reading for the rest of the year, please. So you might have had a very attention-seeking behavior with money in the past. And Knight of Swords, you tend to be not directing your energy constructively. So it feels like there's still like some kind of financial things, Barbie, that you can work on. And I think it's just um you're not focusing on what you can do. You're focusing a lot on the can'ts, and then you are splurging quite a lot. It feels like you're spending a lot of stuff. Uh, not apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Can I ask how I better myself? What archetype in film represents me? Well, you're supposed to actually focus on the present and don't get distracted very easily. So it seems like at the moment apple bottom, you're supposed to focus on what you can do every single day, which is great advice, really. The cards are kind of overflowing here. But it's like every single day kind of make daily habits and goals achievable, because that's how they add up. Okay, so Fatin says Oma's current feelings and intentions. Hello, Avi. I'm glad, Jessica, that rang very true for you. So it seems like you're part of this person's world, but they keep on going. So it seems like that you're still part of their world, but they're really focusing on where they're going in life. Cherish says, hello. When will I get communication from the I'm interested in? Very soon, because there seems to be this offer and this abundance and prosperity coming in. So I think it's one of many. So I would say it's this week, actually. It's Monday now, so I would definitely feel this week. Sure. Why did George just call me out of the blue yesterday, says Sagittarius. So Emperor, Knight of Pentacles, they are trying to work hard at the relationship they have with you, and they know that they're not very good at keeping relationships. So that's why they really wanted to do some work on that relationship. SBMC says, should I proceed with my placement in Bouval or ask my teacher to change it? It's a bit far from the house, about 25 minutes drive. Bouval. I live near Bouval. Well, I probably think that they would say no, that you're still gonna have that placement, unfortunately. So. Okay. AB. Jadal says, what are O's feelings towards me? Thanks. This kind of caring and looking after and how it works. So it seems like they're very practical in general. That was the A Pride and Prejudice says, am I a bad person? I feel like one. You tend to yeah, Hangman, it seems like you tend to have a certain amount of fear when it comes to anything you do. And so you're scared then to drop yourself down and have a look. There's also not seeing the bigger picture, but see the small details. So when you get stuck in the big picture scenario, you might find that you think yourself a worse person. Live in Oxley. Why are you in Ipswich, man? Well, Oxley is probably not in Ipswich. Paul, I put down your question. I'll see if I could get to yours tonight. Chewy says, why do I get signs regarding Aquarius recently? It seems like you haven't got much new information or imagination coming in. So it seems like the brain's repeating a lot of like old imaginary things, and your heart is healing. So when we are healing our heart, it does come up with old things that have hurt us. Okay. I'm sure like angels tend to be like, yes, go get it. unless it's Archangel Michael. Could be a little bit of prat. Don't tell him that. Super High says, "Will I get a job in next month?" It seems like you might be not giving out as much resumes as possible, so it seems like you need to up your quota of applying for jobs, but it seems like you will get a job offer in the next month. Yes. Paul says, "Do you see a new love relationship for me?" So, Paul, it seems like you need to focus on the present, not on the future. You also getting out of your headspace. So it seems like the more that you live in the present, it's easier then for you to work on just doing one thing every single day and not get very focused in what if this doesn't work out. And then you can just keep on going, because I think the general anxiety is really the thing that keeps you in this headspace quite a lot. So Jessica says, "What do I need most right now in regards to furthering my attention from my project? Should it be a primary focus or a different idea project?" So it seems like you need to focus on the small details. And there's kind of a bit where you might have to realize that you don't communicate as well as what other people want you to communicate on a project. So it seems like you might have to do some things alone and focus down on the smaller details and work on them a little bit more. But it seems like maybe this is too big or it needs to be more manageable. AV says, "Will you tell me why my front house neighbors trouble me? 'Cause they want the milk, damn it. They want the vegan milk. They want the almond milk. They also have nothing better to do." AV, so maybe you could get them to milk the almonds and then it'll be fine. Love you, AV. No. So yeah, they have nothing better to do, and you're someone that they like teasing because they get a rise out of you. Jane says, "What's coming towards me in love?" It seems like you've got someone coming in that might be slightly younger than you, that you will definitely want to care for and nurture. This person seems like a great catch too. So Jane says, "Clearly decide what you want so it comes to you now." That's a lot of people got very soon. Shay says, "Will I regret moving out?" It seems like there's a lot of options here that you're probably not considering. And there's also no distractions. So maybe take time to actually go through all your options. I don't think that you'll regret moving out. Josephine says, "What is my true personality type?" I think there is a pull between you focusing on the present and focusing on the future. And you can't be both. There's either switch the present or future. You tend to like looking at other people and discovering the similarities between you both. It seems like you tend to see that connection and they become part of you because of that connection. See ya, Avi. So Jacqueline says, "Do you see me having Zach's Virgo's babies?" I definitely feel like there's a mini me coming out. Yeah, don't control it, but yes, I definitely see that. Jacqueline. Oh, messing up my crystal grid. Better not do that. So Loso says, should I resign 6 months or move from Taylor completely? There's definitely some options here. There's a lot of options that you didn't see before, and do realize that not all of these are real. There might be illusions or they might be already filled, but definitely ship your off options because there's so many available to you. So I think the best time to move is now. So Lola says, is Mark pretending not to know what I texted him about? He's probably more focused on just being alive, just being present in his own place. Uh, he's he kind of knows, but he kind of doesn't. So I don't think it was a lie that he didn't completely know. So he's kind of knows the general gist, but he doesn't know everything. So Sate, hi. Super High says, will I get a job in TCS company? So I think that you will. Just realize that it might be not completely a big professional movement, but probably a small thing like a um intro like an entry level position, not a full position. Okay, so Fatin says, find a job soon. Yes, which kind of job? I applied for many. So the Empress upright, and yeah, it seems like so. I think Fatin. So there's one that's got the creativity applied, and you showed them that you were highly creative. Um, there's a lot of options out there, but yeah, you should focus on the money, not the love. So it might not be that most exciting job, but it's something else that you got. Satya says, Ross saw my last story. Thank you. He did, but he didn't understand if it was directed to him. Because it felt like it was directed to lots of people, not that person. Just ask again. Uh, I'll do your question again, because um, when will I get a full-time job? Says CS. Pretty soon, I think so. Like, there's a lot of stuff coming in, so just keep on applying. It might be like a very small job, but at least it's something. It's just because I've been answering people's questions and then I had to post it again. Jacqueline, future me and Zach and Virgo in our relationship. So it seems like you guys need to focus on little tiny things and realize that your hearts are healing together. So it seems like just take time to notice the small details, which will help both of you. Okay, so Lovegood says, how was everyone on Saturday? Did they need me there? You did actually have, like, you would have made it easier to be around because you tend to be able to move things and get things sorted. But they're fine. They didn't need you, but they might have missed you. Mona Nicole says, will I get a good playing job with a good company in July? Now, you might not get a good paying job, but you might get a good company. So it might be something that you have to renegotiate your pay later, but you really enjoy the company and you like working there. Passy says, I am looking at a retirement community on Friday. Will I be moving there? Left the room, didn't get missed by question getting answered. We didn't get to yours, Patty. There's a lot of people here, and sometimes it's just like first come first serve. Unfortunately tonight. So Patty, it seems like this is a choice that is good for you. There's a judgment upright, so it's also other people think it's a good choice for you as well. Do you realize that there's other places to look at? So don't always get sold on this place without having a look with other things as well. Um John says, I'm ready for stability and a family, but I'm yet to find my partner. Where are they? It feels like they're coming in soon. I think you're in a good mind frame for you to actually have a partner right now. And yes, it says very soon. We've had a lot of very soons, so. Last week you said I would go traveling, but I'm returning home in order to settle in one place. I wondered what you meant. This is the same question as before. There is this fear that's holding you back from a lot of things. There's also this feeling of like being always who you are. There's kind of this bit that you feel very called to being the same person. However, there's a lot of options um here that are available for you that will keep on calling you until you actually change. Because a lot of times when we hold on to fear to who we are now, we lose the ability to be able to be truly fulfilled or truly happy because we have kind of um removed ourselves from that. Needy says, Neda Mustafa feelings towards me. Well, there's two cups and this, so it seems like honestly the relationship's going very, very well. This person's very sated and very full, so they're very happy overall. And the two of cups means that you both have this very practical love together, which is very, very happy. Dana says, will me and Mike get into a romantic relationship? I think that you will still travel. So it's like one of those things that even though you're moving home, I think that you will still travel because it's something that calls to you. So Fatin says, is Omar watching me? No, he's not watching you, but he did think about you today. Asha Kumari says, "Ma'am, will I get fame and love of people in my career and future?" I feel like fame and love of people. I, you might get fame for being maybe like temporary fame. And there's also like this a feeling of spending money. So it might be like someone that gets famous by doing some stupid things, or that you don't get fame that's long lasting. It kind of comes fleetingly and then you spend your money and people move on. So I'd be a little bit worried. Dana says, "Will me and Mike get in a romantic relationship?" There seems to be like a couple of things that happen with this. Ace of Swords upright, and this feels like there's kind of things to be worked out in this relationship before you guys get together. So it feels like you guys have to have a talk about this, because I don't think you guys are ready for a relationship. There's a lot of options out there, and you guys haven't picked each other yet. But if you do have this conversation, I think that you would start working towards it, yes. Okay, so KSM says, JC really truly feeling, wondering what he's been trying to say with all his actions later. What is his goals for a relationship based on actions? So it feels like this person feels old, feels very tired lately. But he does feel this kind of abundance and prosperity around you. So it feels like this person might have given up hope if you didn't come along. So yeah. So Sophie says, "Do you see me getting fired or moving on to another job?" There seems like winter for you. It's also this kind of like not listening. So it feels like you're moving on. This kind of company has frozen you out. So I feel like you're moving on because there's just nothing left for you. Okay, so Kara says, "Will me and G live together once again if we reconcile?" There's like a feeling of like focusing on the present instead of focusing on the future. So anything that you can do in the moment is going to help you bring together. It's also that you guys have other options to choose from right now. So it's like deciding whether you guys want to go back to that. So yeah, I think if you guys get through this rough patch, you will live together. Um, will my next partner be during Cancer Leo season? I said Leo season. Oh my god. Um, Leo season, bring that on. Okay, so I think a Cancer season might be good for a stable partner, but Leo season will probably be the best for you. So you can have both, but you've got to figure out which one you really want. Will Jay contact me soon? They've got a little bit too much on their plate. Yeah, and they're probably not feeling very much in a contactable mood because they're just going to be that kind of horrible thing. The Saint says, is it me or my family seems fine after what happened? They just get on with it, I guess. They just accept whatever is offered them. So, see, Saint, it seems like they're very resilient, which is probably not a good thing when it comes to most things. So Anna says, are we going to have a formal relationship? I think it seems like you guys are both having a journey coming up for both of you guys. So the Knight of Cups means that that person's getting out of their headspace. So it seems like they're coming towards you on a whole. So I feel like yes. Watching YouTube says, love reading, please. When will it happen? So Sun in reverse. So bring your happiness towards yourself. Because happiness, joy, if it radiates from the inside, it always feels very attractive to other people. Ace of Wands, I feel like this will be very soon, you know. So Fatin says Omar's reaction when I blocked him everywhere just kept on living. Just kept on doing his thing. Okay, so Jacqueline says, what are M vibes like if she was a movie? So Ace of Wands, she's the female fatale. The one that's so sexy and then she comes and stabs you in the back. That kind of thing. Yep. 13. KSM says, why is he would give up hope? I haven't pulled up away. It's the whole idea is that there's more options available to this person. They also felt like it's a wise move at the moment. So it might just be that they're figuring out what they really want. Okay, please don't know what my mother's moon sign is. She's Sag. Well, apparently it's water. It's a water-based sign. Can I find out? Because I'm not always good with the um stuff. Let me double check. Okay, so Ace of Cups could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Doesn't tell me anything about like which one, which was what I really wanted. But cups are water, so. Jake says, will me and Donovan get in a relationship? In a separation. So the Page of Cups and the so it seems like someone's getting out of their own self-reflection, and there's also a bit of physical unstuckness. So this might be one of these things that you guys reconcile before like anything happens, but you only have a certain amount of time before this person will leave. So yeah, sure, Jade. Will I be okay? I'm starting to feel angry and sad. Okay, so why you're feeling angry and sad is you're mentally struggling in yourself. And it's time to focus on the details, not the bigger picture. So it might be that you're comparing yourself to the outside world and not focusing on the inside, the things that make you you, instead of you comparing yourself to other people. Uh, KSM says when Jay and I are going separate ways, then I there is this bit that I probably will be one of those things that you guys keep on talking to each other and keep on interacting, but I feel like this person's holding on to their things they don't want to share, which makes me feel like they tend to be um kind of holding on to things and they're not ready for a relationship. Bush says, any messages from my guides? There's Queen of Pentacles in here. So, if you're single right now, Bush, someone's coming in for you. Um, if not, this person is probably your other half, and they're going to be trying to make more money soon. The Hierophant, it seems like a wise decision. So if you were going to ask me about love, this seems to be more love reading than anything else. So okay, so Cherish says, general reading, what do my guides need me to know? The world, it seems like you need to focus on the people that are the most important to you. There's also strength. You're a naturally strong person, so you need to think about that. Aldonia, what was your message tonight? So what do I need to know right now in regards to moving in home? So Jessica, you need to plan this moving in home. But you're getting out of some self-reflection, so you know exactly where you want to go. You just need to plan it more. Um, Zara says, what's his next action to me? We're separated. It seems like overall, there's bit of too much that he can chew. So it seems like you guys got very, it was too much at the end. This person still wants you to pay attention to them. So Zara, it feels like overall this person might not know how to resolve this in a healthy way. So you have to be a little bit careful of that because they tend to be still um in that space that everything is theirs. He is good. How is my friend Niall views me? Um, so this is the bit where they chose not to choose the life choice. And Page of Wands, they might not know completely what you want from them. Oh. So that's the case in general. I feel like this person's slightly stuck in the past as well. Jade says, will Elle be interested in asking me on a date? They might feel like you're too busy. And if you really like this person, you'll probably have to ask them on a date. Because they don't see themselves being part of your world, or you wanting them to be part of theirs. You know. Kimberly says, how does EM feel about me? So it seems like this person wants to chase you a lot. So just keep on being present. Don't get caught up in the future, but keep on being present space. And I feel like this person's going to come towards you soon. Sia says, what are Elle's current feelings for me? There's the C3. This person's not listening to you right now, and it might be something that you're struggling with that might be too much for you. So sometimes you have to walk away from this instead of being towards this person. I am doing well, Sunny. Thank you. MM said, M, should I be the one reaching out to A? How does he feel? So Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So you're very competent and you are highly focused. The Hierophant in upright means that this person tends to be very thinks like you're doing the wisest choice. So you're very intelligent, and this person wonders if they are meant to be with you because you tend to be really good. So Sagittarius says N will be coming back to work with us. I think he will, but it seems like there is a addiction to no distractions. So this person might have suffered a partial burnout, and he needs to be more present-minded than anything else. Libra, it did, but it might have been a while ago. I have no idea. So question it. Fatin says, what? Yes, sorry, just ask me again. What month am I going to find this job? Sooner than later. I feel like next month you will get more chance of getting the job than the month after. So just keep on persevering, Fatin, because I feel like it's next month. Jacqueline says, what would my vibes be if I'm a character in a movie? I feel like you'd be the funny sidekick, the one that treats themselves quite seriously and then is a bumbling character normally. So everybody else sees them as like being clumsy and they find themselves quite serious. Okay, so how do most people see me as this corset? like sometimes you don't decide what you want or how to get it. Also, Cosette, there might be some kind of coldness to you. I think it's just because you naturally come across like quite quiet, and so therefore, is when you're kind of scared. That's the case. So Libra says, "What are Raymond's thoughts about me initiating text messages?" Well, there's this death card, so it seems like a new cycle. And I think it's much better than before, Libra. So it seems like you kind of have a better approach now than in the past. So I think this person's appreciating that you are now taking that initiative. Alina says, please take my second question. Message from my guides for me. You've got your chariot, so you kind of seem to be physically moving somewhere, whether it's job or home. It seems like you're moving for that. The strength upright seems like you are called on your strength, and you're a very strong person. So it seems like there's progress coming in your life. Sunny says, will my romantic interest move the connection forward this summer? It's probably more this winter, to be honest, because the winter card. Just keep on progressing in normal, but know that the breakthrough is probably more winter. So love for July, says Jano. So the High Priestess in reverse means that you're not manifesting anybody in. There was kind of this feeling of maybe slight, not desperation, but like in the past, it might have felt really hard to call someone in. And with the High Priestess in reverse, it seems like you have kind of thought about what you want. And the very soon card says, clearly decide what you want, that it comes to you now. And the finances in Korea, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So you might have to think about those, Jano. Pretty in Pink. I did a while ago, I think. You need to just stay around because we will be answering them quickly. Um, Pretty in Pink, this is your question. So you need to ask me your question now. So I've pulled out your questions, but I've done yours. I know. A message from the Pisces girl and my guide. So it seems like this Pisces girl is feeling like the cycle is complete. So you might not be talking to this person anymore. Seems like Pisces might have moved on. Though saying that, it says getting to know each other. So this might be from your guides. So as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bonds deepen. So that's from your guides, I feel. We're just I'm going down the list and picking people at random, guys. Cause I can't do them in order. Oh, dear Lord. I think I am quite sick tonight. Okay, I don't know if Pretty in Pink Yeah, Fatin says, when Omar and me are going to meet each other, I missed him, 2 years no see. I don't feel like you're going to be seeing Omar because the Queen of Cups and Queen of Pentacles, there's no male aspect in these cards. So I don't feel like you'll meet each other. Avni says, my question was, should I move on from SM? There's like this this mental struggle, and yes, I would definitely feel like this mental struggles from him, and you should keep your love and joy to yourself. So it feels like the cards feel that it's time to move on. You're very welcome, guys. I'm sorry that it's a little bit harder for me tonight. Um, my lymph nodes are definitely swollen tonight, so I'm trying my best. But yeah, half my throat is sore. You know, it's not the other lymph node. Well, the other lymph node's like swollen, but who would I be in a movie? There's M. You're very welcome, guys. I feel like the peppy cheerleader. The one that's always the last one to go in a horror movie. The one that's like the ditz, but the smart one at the end, and so she survives. If that helps you. uh, but yeah, did anybody get no reading tonight? So Jessica said, any tips on how to co-create the abundance to get there? So it seems like planning it is the major thing. And so this is also a thing to work on what's on your plate as well. Grace says, everyone's like, yes. Can you tell me what you see for me? There is an addiction here. There's addiction to the mental struggle side of things. So it seems like you tend to be, like in your head a lot, telling yourself things that make you mentally stuck. There's the sun, so keep joy and happiness for yourself, not spend it on others. And people's judgment about you is usually fair. So I think that people tend to tell you some very positive things about yourself, and you don't listen to that, Grace. So I think this is um kind of on you. That sounds harsh, but I think most people think you're a way better person than you feel yourself. B, put down your question, buddy. Yeah, I think I've been watch like reading too much Neville Goddard. Like put it on the things. Um why would my ex come back to me at the end of his current relationship? Eric says, because he's not getting anybody else. So be careful because he might think that you're kind of the stopgap. So be very careful of him coming back to you. Okay. I was mean to Erie. Is she okay now? Says Fences. She is not completely okay. It's good that you got out of your headspace. So I don't think that she's completely upset with you because there was some kind of truth to that, but you can always like try and yeah, like I don't know how I could explain it. You can apologize again. Thank you. Last question, will Omar and me gonna reconcile in the future? The death card seems like you both have moved on and there's more options for both of you. So I feel like this would be good. Okay. Can I know my movie character in this film, pretty please? T. I think you're like the cameo that comes in. That like the famous person that is always like, how would I explain it? Like you've already made money, so you come in as a cameo. So let's say like a Betty White style character where you already have made the money. So when you come in, everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's Betty White." Not that I'm calling you Betty White, but that's the thing. Um, Astra has awesome moved on. What does he tell people about me? Um, he doesn't tell people a lot. He tends to be a very over dramatic person, so it's kind of hard because that's a case. Lima says, "Can you see if H is still attracted to me?" You're definitely someone that he thinks about a lot. So he's got to choose you or move on. And I think that he's kind of got a direction in life, so he's got to decide whether he really wants to keep on continuing bringing you on in life. B says, "Will Beyonce's nephew be a father next year? Will the child be born?" I think so, because this feels like Beyonce. Yeah. I feel like there's little Kittle. Jesus. They're cops, so they're both like the same, but they look very different, don't they? So Beyonce's son looks like that. Very different. I could roll with that. Betty White's a great character. So strong. Also says bad words. I like her. Well, maybe I should talk to her tonight. She'll be like, "Buck up! It's only half a cold." um, Kara says, last question. What are Jay's current feelings and thoughts about me since I haven't heard from him in a few weeks, please? So it seems like this person might be kind of a little bit scared to contact because they don't know whether you'll be very happy to hear from them. But I think that they still have a very strong opinion about who you are, and they're very happy that you are such a caring person. Oh, Ushi says, "What's head in my and dance connection? He's getting separated from me." Um, yeah, it seems like you've got burnt out on this connection. You gave too much, and so you're feeling this suffering, and this person is like moving on in life, and they haven't realized like how much work you put in that connection. Will she read the same books I'm reading with me? How do I know when she's visiting? I think like you'll feel like more connected. There's like this imagination thing. So I think the same as my like when I talk to my great granddad. Um, it's just like they're there. They're always kind of there, but how can I explain it? Like you kind of know because there's like that feeling. I, I don't know. There's just like this bit where you know that they're there. Just take that as like they are there. You could always read aloud to her. KSM says, how do people see me? Very extroverted. So you tend to not spend a lot of time self analyzing. You just tend to be your own self. And that's great. Because you tend to be so outgoing. Hello, Ruby. Uh so will Libra will Raymond go up dancing? Will next date will it be fun? This person might not feel like they can dance. They might feel very awkward dancing. um yeah, I think that as soon as they get into it, they'll have fun. But was that your suggestion, Libra? Alexandra says current energy of my ex drawn towards me, please. There's kind of this bit that their heart is healing. There's also that they're focusing on money, not love right now. So it feels like no, no, no. They're probably focusing on love. So it could be just a rebound when they should be focusing on money, but they're they're trying to make up for lost time, I guess. Uh, so how does my Virgo feel about me? The sun in reverse. You're a very happy person inside. Naturally, people have a fair judgment about you. There's kind of this connection where you're both very similar backgrounds and stuff. So you have high compatibility when it comes to things from the past. There is a lot of options when you're around and the death card. So it seems like this cycle has ended where they are worried about a relationship. They're very, very um how would I explain it? Like all those dark clouds have gone away. He loves dancing. He did know, but he likes it. Oh, I see. So he might be feeling a little bit clumsy. I guess that's what I would say. Lily says, "Hi, please. My question. He is now in coma. Has his character become more mature, or has he become more cunning and vindictive? He was a good person in the past. He's still lying to other people. He lies because he wants to be looking good in other people's eyes. So I don't know whether I call him completely cunning, but he hasn't learned his lesson. Yeah, so he doesn't like being clumsy. Reiki says, what effect will a healing session have paid on me? So I think it'll quells, like, the interesting thing about healing is it kind of quells and puts the body at ease. You'll also feel like after a couple of weeks the residual effects still happening, but I think that the energy will help with the water. So you want to double check one. They did a study about water. So normal water in a jar, and there was three. And so therefore they just took tap water. And one of them they said nice words to it, and it was calm and still and clean and nice. And one of them they yelled at. So yeah, they yelled at it, and it was dirty, and it was yeah. And then the one in the middle was just growing, like it didn't have any reaction at all, and it was just growing things. So the nice good looking things that you're like, yeah, are you close? I think so. So my one of my lymph nodes is definitely swollen today. So I'm like, I have half a sore throat. That's how I would say it. Yes, of course. So if I was the shape, what would, can I say like a pentagon? I feel like that's the case. Don't ask me why a pentagon, other than it's interesting and it has 5 sides. How do I come off in Raymond in general? He keeps chasing. You seem very interesting. And he definitely is very much in love with you. He gets distracted from work lately as well. Thank you. Yes, Gerda, of course you can. So yes, unfortunately, I did overdo cleaning yesterday. So, hello, Lee. I will. I'll rest up tomorrow. I'll sleep in, not like I did today. I also got myself sunburnt, which didn't help. You know? Yeah. It's weird to have this bit. Beneath, of course you can. Put your questions in, guys. Lost Word says, how does my family see and feel about me now? King of Pentacles upright. They still feel like you're not choosing the right options or the right path in life, Lost One. Mostly because any decisions you make seem like non-options to them. So do realize, even though you're smart and you're working very hard towards what you want, especially very money focused, they still feel like it's non-options. Oh, well, I also do like it because it's saving my throat tonight. So I am kind of feeling very la, 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 la. Oh, okay, sorry. Gerda says, how does Oz Gemini feel about me? If he's, I think it's very positive. He's definitely got a high thought of you, but he's also kind of wondering whether you'll get along with his friends. That's why he's kind of a little bit not so sure about you yet. Excuse me. And so Bernice, did you put down your question? Aquarius energy towards me at the moment. So if I do just sleep in tomorrow and get some like honey and lemon and some ginger, it should work. But it's kind of weird that only like both of them are swollen, but only one of them's sore. So it's kind of like walking. You know that bit where you walk around and you stare in the mirror and you're like looking at like your throat and you're like, why do I have like a neck of an elephant? Like, what's going on? So So Anna, what's your Aquarius's energy? Good, because they're investing in you right now, and it seems like they're slowly going to be trying to give you gifts. Um, Pentacles tend to be one of those gift givers because they tend to have that connection between money and love. Water Baby says, "Will I be seeing Al in this lifetime? Is he still attracted to me?" Um, you will be seeing Al this lifetime, but do realize he does spend attention on a lot of people, trying to get them attracted to him. So do be careful with him, Water Baby. Lucinda says, "Will JJ reach out to me? We're in no contact." It seems so. I feel like very, very, very much so. Be careful though, because his friends are saying otherwise. KSM, if I express my feelings to Jay, will he continue then to move forward in our relationship? I think so, but you have to be a little bit more discerning when it comes to his expressions. But I think he does tend to move very strongly, so I feel like just don't go overboard with your feelings. Well, communication with romantic interests come in summer, fall, or winter. I feel like fall because there's leaves, but do you realize this person's not ready to get into a relationship yet? So I definitely feel like fall, because the leaves and the kind of paper bag are reminding me of like things. Did he put a spell on you? No, he's way too organized for a spell. Maybe how would I explain it? You know those people that try to teach you how to chat up women? Probably that thing. What kind of person will my future spouse be? Is it good? Well, whichever person that you choose, Narnia, they will be one of these people that are very house proud. They like organizing and cleaning the house. They tend to be like one of those people that likes it tidy, but they care and look after you and protect you. So it seems like this person tends to be, I don't know, one of those people that's very particular. Like, I'm feeling like Paul Stamets energy in Narnia. Like this kind of bustling person, very particular in what they want, but they tend to be very caring and very lovely on the inside. So I hope that you be watching Star Trek Enterprise, or you won't know what I'm meaning. But yes, I think I might finish off tonight, guys. I wanted to be on here longer, but I've just like today, I went back to my old hometown where um I moved to when I came to the UK, and two of my friends just took me for the biggest walk that I've had in a while. And it's just on the way home, because my partner drove me home. I was falling asleep in the car, so MP says, "Is the Paris guy more attracted to me or someone else?" Um, they're not really attracted to other people, but they're kind of scared of being found out. Like, I think they try to be sexier than they like get in trouble for that. So that's the case. Also, they tend to be one of those people that act later. So if you really want them to be coming towards you, you have to like have that playfulness first. So Ruby says, "What does Virgo think about you? They're definitely chasing you, but they're also kind of like when they feel like they're chasing too much, they get angry. So it seems like you're never going to win because they want to chase, but they also don't want to chase. Um, which is kind of like they don't want to play the mind games, but they still want to play the mind games. It's kind of weird. Dating is weird overall. You're never gonna get the right thing. So I'm gonna finish tonight because I am getting that, you know. And I will see you. Yes, Karen, put your questions in before I do that. Okay, Melissa, you can definitely put a question in. And I will do Karen. So make sure you do put in a question, a more question. Yes. Karen, did you only have that question? How does he think I feel about him? Thank you, Karen. Um. So yeah, the lovers. So and also that he definitely knows who he is, MP. So it seems like that's the case. Okay. So, what do you get around my relationship and other areas too? So, Knight of Cups, you're actually out of a headspace. Ace of Wands, you're getting close to something that you really, really want. There's a life choice to choose that you're not choosing. I'll ask her about that specifically. It seems like something to do with caring for someone else. Your heart is healing as well. So, and lovers. So your bond is going well with your partner. There's feels like a child energy or something that's small. So it could be a pet, and that's what you're not choosing that choice on. So there's the healing going on, which is very strong. And do realize that your other half is supporting you no matter what through everything. So yeah, Ace of Wands upright, you're getting something very close. And with the Knight of Cups, you're getting out of your headspace. So it feels like overall it looks very good. There's nothing really close to. I think over a couple of months you will get through a transition that you've needed for a while because you've been in some amount of kind of headspace about that. Pooja, we're finished for tonight. Come back tomorrow, my lovely. Amanda says, may I ask, please, does F Virgo have any feelings for me? Ace of Pentacle, Page of Pentacles. This person doesn't tend to want to offer people a relationship. They want other people to offer them a relationship, Amanda. So it seems like they don't tend to approach people, they want people to approach them. So if you really want this person, you have to say, I like you, not the other way around. Because it seems like this person doesn't tend to own up if they like people. So, I'm sorry about that, Amanda. You're very welcome. I'm going to finish for tonight. Thank you guys for being here. I definitely appreciate every single one of you. I will be back tomorrow and it will be longer tomorrow. That's the hope. I will sleep in a lot longer tomorrow and I will take some honey and lemon and stuff like that. So I'm having that like nice honeyed voice, not the raspy Darth Vader voice. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Look after yourselves. Don't get in trouble. Bye bye, guys.